Alright guys, so we've been on the road for what, 4 hours now, and finally got here, and we're gonna take a walk around. It looks like the whole town of this new Smyrna beach shows up for this, including fire trucks. We just happen to get a spot right there, which, okay, it works. Oh, how you doing? All right, so let's go in and see some cars. Bel Air. Look at this. Backseat delete. 4-speed. Autometer RPM. All white. Nice. That's the first car we see. Let's see. We are at what road are we? We are on Canal, and we're at Canal and South Orange, which seems to be the centerpiece of this whole cruise thing going on. Is this the beginning of Canal where this all starts, right up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So right up here is the beginning. And you can see down every row, classic cars, hot rods. So we're just gonna walk down. If we see something cool and there's a owner nearby, we'll talk to them about it. And it looks like there's a mix of new and old, so it's not just classics. I guess it's just everything, hot rods, everything. Got a 406 in it. So we'll go ahead and walk across. Is this yours?
No.
So we'll throw cards in any car that we're gonna feature. So this one is sweet. What do we got here? We got a nice Roadrunner. 446. Man, there's so much paint, guys, on that fender tag that it's not worth me showing you the fender tag. But it is a nice 446 barrel. Love the lime green on it. It's got the original SS's on it. One thing with these kind of shows is the owners sometimes are close by, but sometimes they're not. So it's got the nice Hurst pistol shift in it. It's got an aftermarket radio in it, but he's got all the Roadrunner stuff. Looks really original, super nice. The exact right color for this. So put that on there. And then we've got us a Mach 1. That's a beautiful Mach 1 right there. I'll tell you what, that Mach 1 is as nice as when we did the private National Parts Depot collection, the Mach 1s they had in there. This is just as nice and just as clean.
So I did the right thing, so now I went and got a new job at the farm, and now it's a lot easier.
Nice thing is we're early, so we got plenty of time to go down these side streets. You know I love Chevelles. I love the old school with the M50s in the back, the thinner tires in the front. Really nice. Wow. Look at this thing. So I don't know if you guys could tell on camera, and I hope you can, that this thing just has a wild paint job on it.
It's 19. What year is it? You know?
It's a 67.
It's probably about 19.
And I
Wow.
love the
I love the paint. I love everything is gone. They've shaved everything off of this car. They've completely shaved.
You have to reach in.
Yeah, it has.
Oh,
Look at this.
Yeah.
Is this yours? Hi, I'm Junkyards and Barn Finds. We came up to film today. So they invited us here from Daytona to come. So we just drove up.
Oh.
So this is yours?
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Oh, wait a minute. I
Oh, okay.
show you different.
Okay.
Yeah. It's funny because we go on YouTube.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. So tell me about this car. I love the paint job. It looks like everything's shaved on it.
That was done by Gene Winfield.
Gene Winfield, so it's Gene
California.
Winfield car. And how long have you had it for?
About 3.5, 4 years.
4 years. So were you the ones that had it done?
No.
Okay.
I bought it done.
You bought it done. So tell me about it. Is a Mercury a Lincoln?
That's a Lincoln 67 Lincoln. Body work was done by Oz in California.
Okay.
And Gene Winfield painted it.
Do you know when it was actually built?
2002.
Oh, okay. Was it a SEMA car?
Oh,
Like because it looks like one that they would have built for SEMA.
well, the car was built for a land developer.
Okay.
And he wanted a car like that built to show, and he had it shown all up the West Coast.
Okay.
And the car won several prizes.
So it's a West Coast car, and then you
Yeah,
brought it east.
Right, right.
So, and then how did you find it? Or you just...
It was on the internet.
Okay, so
Yeah,
just
I bought it.
were you looking for something like that, or you just looking for something different?
You know, I saw the car, and I was very familiar with the who did the work, you know, because they were like really up there for the body, the customizers.
Now it's all steel, right?
All steel,
all
yeah.
massage steel.
Yeah.
And what's it got under the hood? Is the under hood done as well? Or?
462.
Okay. So, and then everything's shaved. That's all in the back. Everything is shaved on this thing, and
Tops chopped 2.5 inches. Nose decked. All the side chrome was removed.
okay. Is it lowered at all? Lowered springs or
It's
anything?
got it's got air ride on it.
Okay.
When I park it, I'll lower it down more.
Right. Right.
But it's got a lot of modifications on it. The windshield was laid back. The rear
They
windows.
changed the rake of the windshield and everything.
The what?
They changed the rake of it then? So-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They did some crazy things with the roof. I don't know.
And drivetrain on it, is it?
Everything stopped.
So everything's basically a stock, underneath stock,
Right.
automatic stock, nice ride, so it's dependable, all that
Right.
stuff. Huh? So,
Right.
well, it's great, and that paint job is just crazy.
Oh, it is. It's really a good paint job.
It looks like it's about a mile deep. So,
They
well-
really did a good job.
well, I appreciate you talking a little bit about your car. So, thank you so much. So, guys, we've never seen this car, so.
I'll pull it over here.
Well, we'll be here all night. I just drove up from Sanibel.
But it's lighter.
Oh, that's so the whole trunk is completely done.
Divine did the interior.
Nice. So, and like the nice thing I've said before with something like this is you could fit at least 7 bodies plus your lunch. So, look at that. I mean, that's and they this thing looks like a couch.
You know, it's really, see, I took it to an upholsterer down here.
Right.
He did some work. And this is not piped and rolled. Each one of these is cut and sewn together.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
that's not. So that's in.
Oh, yeah. See, you can see it real good here.
Is the interior the same way?
Yeah.
Like in here?
Yeah.
So this is not piped in. This is not just like a sewn.
No.
Filled. This is each one of these
Cut,
is an
yeah,
individual piece of
sewed
leather
together,
and sewn
yeah.
together. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the interior guy told me, he said that was a lot of work.
But it's just crazy cool. It's just, and I mean,
This was raised up.
oh yeah, they brought up the whole.
Oh, look at the headliner.
Let's take a look inside, guys. Oh wow, is that like a custom roof thing? That's a whole different design
the
in there.
headliner is all fiberglass.
Oh, okay. So what they made a fiberglass headliner and then stuck it in.
Right.
Nice.
It's hard.
That makes sense. It's a lot, and that way I'll never fall either.
Right.
So because it has that custom like center channel
Right.
in it. So that's cool. That is
There's
really
a lot of
really
work
cool.
in the interior alone.
Oh, this thing has so many little
Yeah, that's it.
everything. It's like everywhere I was looking on here, it's got one more thing that's just cool. So, and how's it? I'm sure it just rides really beautifully
Oh,
too.
rides
doesn't it?
great.
Like,
No, it really does. Car runs great.
well, if you put this much work into the outside, you know that the inside's going to be. So, what is the steering wheel? Is that like I obviously it's a tilt column that they probably added. What is this part? Do you know? Is that
It's stock,
is that
believe
something
it or
that
not.
would have come? So that's something
Yeah,
that would
they
have
just
come with
put
it.
the bullet on it.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, it's probably not something you could order. It wasn't like if you ordered specialty that you could get this. This is awesome. So, that is just sweet. It's a sweet ride, one of a kind. So, you only take it out for shows pretty much?
No.
Or do you just play with it? It's your toy?
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a Viper, a Shelby. I got a customized Mark 8.
Okay.
You know, it's really funny because You know, with these, now this car it doesn't give me any problems.
Right.
I've had cars
Right.
that, you know, overheats, vapor lock, So I wanted to get a car that wasn't going to give me any problems. So I took a Mark 8 and I
Okay.
customized it.
Okay.
Linda,
What year, Mark?
98.
Okay.
Linda,
Oh, okay. So this is the Mark 8. Now this was, when you got it, was a completely stock one.
Yeah.
And then you had, because it looks like you had the nose done as well,
Yeah.
right?
So I took the headlights out, put the scoop on the hood. These are out of a Acura.
Okay.
And I put that on, had the door handles removed, had all the chrome taken off the sides. The roof, I had
Like an arrow, it almost looks like an arrow roof.
6 inches down.
Okay.
That's lowered.
Well, sweet, guys. Well, they're really, so you guys liked all the shave stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you know
cleans
that-
it up and makes it really.
You know, when I was a kid,
The bed, yeah.
that was in style. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Well, I mean, that's what I talk about here. I'm 55, so when I was growing up in the 80s, everybody had the big M50s on the back.
Right.
So I think everybody goes towards like what when you were younger was cool,
Cars
and then
you-
as you get older and you're like, you know what, this is my dream.
There's
This is
the
what I
back
wanted.
end.
Oh, okay,
there's
that's
the
what we're
rear
looking
end.
for. Oh wow, yeah. So you changed the lights,
Tail lights are all
tail
out.
lights, and everything.
That's more pictures of it.
Yeah, it does look like it looks like an old Merc.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, in the roof, you can see how I had that.
Actually, the roof line even kind of looks like a Merc. Like
Yeah, we had it lowered.
yeah, with the angle of it and the hood. Cool, very cool.
Everybody says, what kind of car is that?
Everyone else.
There's the roof, you can see.
Yeah, there you can
Yeah,
see it.
It was from about here down.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for talking to me, man. So
I'm going to pull
appreciate
it over here and lower it if you want.
All right, guys. This is the kind of if you have to be stuck in traffic, this is the traffic you want to be stuck in right here. So, but we got to come over and check out this Barracuda. I love this Barracuda, Hemi Cuda. Look at this thing. This just screams like 1970s to me. Is this one of your gentlemen's car? That's yours? I'm Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds. We have a show on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me about your car a little bit?
Sure.
So, what's your first name?
Dennis.
Dennis? Hey, Dennis, I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you.
So, I notice it's really understated. So,
Yeah. No, this was a barn find.
oh, it was?
Yeah.
So did you build it? Let's see. first
No,
thing.
this was intended to be a factory race car.
Okay.
And what had happened was in '68, Plymouth and Dodge won everything in
Right.
stock, super stock, because of the Hemi.
That's when Sox and Martin
Sox
and everybody
Martin,
was
Dick
around. Yep.
Landy. Anyway, what they did was, for '69, NHRA gave them a weight handicap. So Chrysler just pulled out and said, we're not racing.
Oh wow.
We're not racing in '69. So they didn't race.
So this was one of the cars that would have been a racer, but they didn't use it because they stopped.
It was intended to be, so I've been told, the New England Chrysler Plymouth race car for '69. But as it turned out, it wound up being one of the first pro stock cars
Okay.
in '69, actually at tail end of '69, '70. But it was found by a roofer who was re-roofing somebody's house, and so he asked the people, any chance I can leave my tools in your garage?
Right.
And they said, sure. There's a car in there, but you know, there's enough room. So we opened it, and the car was in there.
Wow. And what state was this? Was this in Florida?
Connecticut.
Connecticut, okay.
Yep.
And how did it come to being to you?
Believe it or not, I was living in Connecticut, and I found the car right here in New Smyrna Beach.
Really?
Yeah.
So the guy who found it up there
Sold it.
brought it down here,
Brought
and
it
then
down
did you
here.
buy it here and move it there and then bring it back?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what I did.
Wow.
But it was in that barn or in that garage for so I've been told 8 years.
Now is this how it looked like when you got it, or is this how did you get it to this?
Oh no, I rebuilt the whole car.
Okay, so the whole car has been rebuilt, and it's got a 426 Hemi in it.
Yep. Race Hemi.
Now, is it a factory? Like, is it a one that would have been around that year, or is it a newer block?
It's a newer block.
Okay.
I still have the original Pro Stock block.
Okay, but you
I have
probably just
the
didn't want to blow that up or anything, so you
It's been blown up a few times.
Oh, it had been blown up.
And it's got a lot of windows in it.
And it's 4-speed or 727?
It was a 4-speed.
Okay.
It had the pedals, but we converted it to an automatic.
Well, it's certainly intimidating looking. Did you do the paint and everything?
I painted it.
You paint, like you said, wow.
Yeah.
Because that's, like I said, it's a little bit undertone. I don't know if you really get anybody looking at it. The colors, everything glows in the dark, don't it?
Yeah. It's got eyeballs.
Have you ever taken it down a quarter or an eighth mile?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that what you kind of built it for at first? Was just to race it?
I've had it for. Well, I was originally a super stock racer,
Oh, okay.
but I raced a General Motors car. I raced a Corvette in super stock, and I found this by accident. I was down here visiting.
Yeah.
Somebody said, "Hey, I know a guy that's got some cars for sale."
Now is it all? Is the hood obviously is plastic or fiberglass? Is anything else fiberglass? Like is fenders or anything, or is it metal pretty much other than the hood?
I've been told that the car was acid washed.
Okay.
It was dipped in acid.
Well, you know what, they used to do that with Sox and Martin
Oh, yeah.
too. They used to do it to get
Oh, yeah.
to get it so thin.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ways to get a couple.
I mean, the deck lid on this is just.
Okay.
I think the only thing that's holding it together is the paint.
But it's technically metal except for the hood right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that I really did is when these cars came out of the factory in '68,
Right.
there were bodies in white,
Right.
but they had 14-inch tires. Well, Sox and Martin and Landy and all those guys, they cut the wheel wells,
Right.
took the lip out, and that's how they raced.
Right.
Because they put 15-inch tires on, 15-inch slick. So when I got it, it had 15-inch tire, 15-inch slicks. The wheel wells were all cut, and so I just put new quarters on. I cut it and stretched it 5.5 inches on both sides.
So you just basically did what would have been done anyway. Just
Yeah, basically, yeah. Except I maintained the lip.
okay. Now those Kragers, the deep dish like that,
Yeah.
are they the modern ones or are they the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To say because
No, actually, when
the
I-
real deep ones like that from the 70s and 80s are
Yeah.
really rare.
Really rare, yeah. When I got these tires, I only use these for show.
Okay.
These wheels just strictly for show. I have the old spun aluminums,
Right. Right.
and that's
So-
what I still keep them.
Like old
slicks
center
on
lines or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
Center lines,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Cool.
How you doing?
Hey, how you
Video
doing?
in the conversation?
Yes, we were.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interview them?
He's just one of my
Huh?
best friends.
Oh yeah,
Interview
yeah.
them?
We're Junkyards and Barn Finds on
Oh,
YouTube.
sweet.
Who are you with, sir?
Junkyards and Barn Finds on YouTube.
That's a beautiful car, sir.
That's his car.
I know, I heard you talking about his Kragers. I was wondering about his Tiger popped out.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you for talking to me.
Thanks.
So
I'll check this out.
yeah, it won't. We've got about 300 episodes on, but this will be up. This will be up probably. I would say give it a week because I got to go to Tennessee from here. But by next weekend it'll be up.
The only other thing that I kept is, and I still have the original Pro Stock hood.
Okay, the original. Now I would say, hey, let's see the hood, but I'll bet you this is like because there's no hinges on this thing, right? It just lifts up.
No.
Yeah, so
But
that's why we're not going to look at the engine, guys, because if not, you'd have to put those 4 poles on it or whatever to keep it
No,
off.
I just set it on.
Or you? Oh, okay, you just set it down. So, but
But it's
I'll tell you what.
a squeeze getting that Hemi in there.
Oh, I'll bet. But I'll tell you what, that's like you come down here, look at all these cars. There's basically going to be what, 1,000 cars, and there's very few that stand out.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And this one, like, I saw this like a mile away, so had to come down and look.
Cool.
Well, thanks a lot, man.
All right, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
I'll check you out.
All right. So most people don't even know, and this is something that you guys in other states, but the county that Daytona Beach is in, they have an actual car show department, that's how much they take motorsports down here, how seriously they take it. Good.
We're back up to the US.
We made it back. Huh? I don't know. I've talked to so many people here already. We've been here for about an hour, so I don't know if you want to tell anybody in your club that if they can look for their car on the channel. We put the one up already. So I have no idea if this is a real Judge or not, guys. The hood's not open. I can't check. It's a 69 Pontiac GTO Judge. It says it's a Judge. It is? It's a real Judge? Okay. Hi, is this yours? Is this yours? Oh, okay. Hey, I'm Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds. So, most of the time when we see them, because you see so many clones anymore, they're like, if we can't see the tag, we, you know, especially Pontiac guys.
Yeah.
So, but so is this something you guys have owned for a while? Okay.
Yeah, we moved here from Pennsylvania.
Oh, what part? I'm from Bucks County.
Dillsburg, York,
Okay.
York. And the car came from York, PA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
I can leave that out.
it's super gorgeous, and it's a rare color too.
Yeah.
So
Matador red.
now those are not stock rims for a Judge.
No.
So those, you have those custom made that way?
Yeah.
The deep dish on them?
Yeah.
And how long have you had the cars?
I restored it 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you got it, what was it like?
It was in unrusted condition.
Okay, so is this the original color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, Matador red.
So it wasn't white or wasn't orange?
No. Well, the orange cars were the first 2,000 that were built.
Right.
And then they were called corporate cars, you know, the first 2,000 of them. And then after that, people were like, hey, I'd buy a Judge, but I don't want orange.
Yeah, they had blue ones too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I remember the blue
So
ones.
there's 17 Matador Reds.
Okay, how many, do you know how many are left?
On the registry, I think right now we're looking at 13.
Okay.
But, you know, they keep finding one here, one there, so...
Because I was at Carlisle at the GM show this year. We were up there.
Yeah.
I saw maybe
That's where
like...
we just moved from.
Oh, did you? Okay, so I saw about 5 GTO Judges up there. But, you know, and
There's actually a registry online on Facebook that you can find your VIN number and then claim the car.
Okay.
With proof of ownership.
obviously, yeah.
So yeah,
So-
I went on there and claimed my York PA car.
Nice.
And there was like 4 of them total in yours. But pretty neat.
Super sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. There's like so many cars here, but you find a couple that are just like this is, you know, that stand out because they're so different than you not.
Yeah, I don't take it out very often. I probably should.
And it's all metal.
All metal.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we've got the guy in that Bronco has been just goofing around. He's trying to find a place to park, but seems like a couple people here, they come late to the show like a lot of times, and then yeah. So we have a tribute car for Sox and Martin. What is it? 2011 Street Edition. Oh, it's a Mr. Norm's car. Okay. Guys, this is a Mr. Norm's car, and it looks like a Sox and Martin tribute. I don't have to say it looks like one. It is a Sox and Martin tribute. I will put, let's see, 321 2011 Challenger Cuda Mr. Norm Street Rod edition number 2. This is a Sox and Martin tribute car, really nice. I don't think I've ever seen one of the newer ones like this, but it's even got Sox and Martin seats. It's got the pistol grip. Now this has like a rear that looks like a Cuda, which is kind of different. Oh, you're the owner? Hey, I'm Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds. We're a YouTube channel.
Junkyard Farm Finds.
Yeah. We got about 1.3 million. We got invited here. We were in Daytona last week. They said, oh, you got to come up here.
Yeah, this is a cool shot.
Tell me about the car. It's Sox and Martin tribute, obviously.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to like a Cuda back end, sort of a little bit.
Front end. And 2011.
It's got 28,000 miles on it. It's one owner.
And the interior and all, that was part of what?
No, it's all a package that they did in 2011.
And it was, who did, like Mr. Norms, I know who they are.
Yeah, he signed it in the back and under the trunk. Mr. Norm did.
So is that who did the package, or
No,
this was actually
it's
from?
a dealership in Indiana did it.
Okay, so they
open the trunk and let them look at the. Take a picture of the signature.
Okay.
Mr. Norm signed it right there.
All right. So it's there. And what's your first name?
Brian.
Hey, Brian. I saw that you were selling it.
Yeah.
So if anybody is interested, do you want me to put an email address or something in the description on our thing, and people can reach out to you, or no? Doesn't matter.
No, because I don't care if I sell it or not.
Okay.
I'll keep it local and simple.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I've only had.
I don't get involved in that anyway.
I got you.
That's like not our thing. That's why I say I'll put it up, but
I hear you.
they reach you. I don't get involved in that.
I don't want to sell it, but I figured I'm here.
All right, guys. So this is car number 2. Car number 1 had no miles on it. So this was car number 2. He's only owned it for a little while. Got it as an estate sale. We've got all kinds of things going on here. T-Birds, GTOs, everything, you name it. We've got a Good Humor. All right, we have to look at the Good Humor ice cream truck here. A 1965 Good Humor ice cream truck that is still in business.
That's right.
So if I wasn't diabetic on the keto diet, I'd be eating it because I want to so bad.
We do have ices. You can have
No,
ice,
I can't
like
eat.
Italian
I'm not.
ice.
No, anything with sugar. Right. I started a diet like a week and a half ago. Believe me, I would buy out your chocolate if I could. No, I'm good. So this is your truck?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds. We have a YouTube channel. You want to talk about your truck? Did you guys restore it? How'd you get it? I remember these barely, like in the late 70s up in Pennsylvania. So how did you guys get this, or where'd you find it? Did you build it?
I'm sorry, could you reach into the raspberry?
So we actually have a real Good Humor truck. They're selling real ice cream. So what's your first name?
Mike.
Mike. I am Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey. So you have a real Good Humor, which actually, even getting this stuff, like how did you?
This is all original. This is unrestored.
Oh, this is an unrestored. So
Well,
this. Oh, okay, that
porcelain.
part.
This is unrestored. And actually the fenders are original too. They're just repainted.
Wow.
The only thing I had to replace was the front fenders, and it wasn't because they were rusty or anything. They were just kind of like beat up,
Right.
and it was cheaper to replace them than bang the dents out.
So how long have you had it?
About 30 years.
Wow. So that's why it's also unrestored. So it's a
Yeah.
30 years. And have you? It's never been off the road. I mean, as far as.
Oh no, it was when I bought it in '92, I think,
Okay.
and it hadn't been used since the summer of '80.
Okay, so it's been sitting for a long time.
It had been sitting for like over 10 years.
Right.
They stopped using it, and then when you think about it, it was only used in the summertime. It only had 46,000 miles on it when I bought it.
Now, did the refrigeration or anything have to be repaired, or did it seem to work?
It's pretty much all original. When I bought it, I had to replace. I replaced the wiring
Right.
because it was all, corroded, and I had it charged up with Freon, and I had to replace the start capacitors on it. Everything else is original.
Now, why did you buy it to do ice cream sales, or did you just buy it because you thought it was cool?
Yeah, pretty much because I thought it was cool.
Okay.
And then as I got into it, I realized Good Humor was still around, and you could still buy it and sell it.
So has the truck paid for itself with the ice cream sales?
I don't know. We're probably at that break-even point. It costs so much to restore it, and it's been hauled back and forth across the country twice.
Okay.
So that's a whole nother story.
So it's kind of like a show truck as well, then. I mean, like for this kind of places, like the nostalgia things and everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it has it. Is this? I mean, this is something I would think you could use in movies, because.
Well, that was the original plan. We were living in California when I bought it, and I figured out there I could restore it and I could rent it out to commercials, movies. But then we actually I got transferred back to the East Coast after I bought it.
Right.
So it never got to make it to the movies, and that's when I decided to sell ice cream out of it.
Oh, cool. Well, it's definitely like one of the coolest things here.
Yeah.
So it definitely stands out. I mean, I looked over, and the half roof part of this stuff.
It flips back. It'll flip back.
Yeah. So this doesn't have any doors, right? Like, does it have doors?
No, because it's solid on that side. It's made so the driver could only get off on the sidewalk side. It's made for selling ice cream in city streets.
Okay.
And they don't want anybody going into traffic. That's why there's only a door on this side.
Oh, okay. There is no door on the other side.
No, everything is from this side. You know, the drivers. In fact, when they made it, there was two governors on it. One on the carburetor, one on the transmission. It couldn't go over 35 miles an hour.
Really?
So I had to take the governors off.
Just to be able to drive on the highway.
Well, I don't know. I still won't drive it on the highway.
Okay.
But I mean, just to drive it on like US 1, if I want to go 45, 50 miles an hour down US 1, it wouldn't do that.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, do your thing.
His arm is longer than mine. Thank you. One of those half things.
And now I imagine after this amount of time, it's like part of the family now.
Oh yeah, I've had it. Like I say, I bought it out of New Jersey when I was living in California.
Right.
I towed it out to California. About 2 years after I got it out there, I got transferred back to, believe it or not, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Brought it back to Pennsylvania, and then I was in Pennsylvania for a couple of years. Well, and I didn't get to restore it because I had a full-time job.
Right.
Then I got transferred down here. So then it came down here. So
Oh, wow.
The joke is it has more miles on the trailer than it has on actual, you know.
Well, it's so cool. And about a lot of these kids here probably never even seen a real truck.
No.
So
No, they're just in it for the ice cream. You know, their parents try to tell them, oh, this is how I bought ice cream when I was a kid. But
well, thanks for talking to me, man. It's definitely very cool. Very cool. Thanks.
Okay.
You see something else cool?
Sure. A Cabbage Patch doll.
Cabbage Patch. This is Allison.
Wow. And when was Allison adopted? Because they came with adoption papers.
Last week.
Oh, okay. Looks good for her age.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you got two of them.
We have 41 of them.
You have 41 of them. So you didn't. You have an orphanage.
Yeah.
You have a Cabbage Patch orphanage.
Cabbage Patch daycare.
Well, definitely cool stuff and just everything about it and everything. So thank you guys for bringing it. So awesome.
Stopping by.
Thanks. Oh, you guys know I'm on a diet or else I'd be over there eating it. You guys know. So you got a whole mess of other cars sitting here. Another nice GTO convertible there. We seen this gentleman the other day with his car. So there's everything here. Nice Firebird 400 convertible here.
That place has nice stuff.
I looked it up. I don't know. But well, you can look it up on the internet. I'll look it up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're actually gonna move the beginning of February to Matthew's Enterprise Building, right beside Ace Hardware. 68.
Next bird. They went to the planet. Okay.
So last week when we were talking about the Monte Carlo SS's, and I was talking about how some have the aero package. Here's one that has an aero package on it. So this was the aero package, which they had to have. They needed that aero package like that so that they could actually use these for NASCAR back in the day when NASCAR was using real bodies. NASCAR doesn't use real bodies anymore. And that's not a stock engine, obviously, that came with it. But when NASCAR used to have to use the real bodies, that would be one of the rules. Here's another, don't know if that's a real 409. Let's check it out. It's a 62, 33K, body off frame. Let's see. It's got a Stroker 383 in it, 14 years. So This is not a 409. It says 409 on it. A lot of them are going to say 409 on it, but this is not. Even if we look down the side streets, you see Corvettes, you see Novas. You can see a street rod way down there going past. So got crazy Cadillacs. Got Shelby's back there, street rods, drag race dune buggies. When they said we're going to see things here that we have not seen anywhere else, they were not kidding. Here's a nice resto rod Bel Air right here. Oh, excuse me, folks. Thank you. Fuel injected. Oh, we're not even close to being done. Oh, nice rat rod. Very nice. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.